Starting a business is hard. Staying in business is even harder. Here's some stories from some of our members on the Southside. My name is Alariola Jr., President and CEO. I'm joined by our Chairman of the Board, Russell Yeager. The South Chamber is pleased to present our podcast, The Business. So today we're joined by our very first guest, Norman Velez of Brooster's Backyard Icehouse, one of the newest in town. I introduce our chairman of the board, Mr. Russell Yeager. Russ, you want to get going with some questions for our first guest?
Sure, you bet. Norm, thanks for being here.
Thank you. I had no idea I'd be the first guest.
Yeah.
This is our pilot, if you will. We have another guest that we're going to be interviewing as well. But you barely got going recently on your business. I'm getting to know you a little bit. Where are you from, if you don't mind sharing that?
Not at all. So I went to elementary at Vesto Elementary here on the south side. Then I went to Tara Wells Middle School and then McCullum High School.
Cowboy.
I am a McCullum cowboy. So it's funny because I've been in the nightclub business and bar business for about 20 plus years, and I've always enjoyed the business, but I've always worked in either another city or on the north side. So this is the first time that I've been able to do something for my community immediately. So I've been in the business for about 20 years and started out at a place called Tejano Rodeo.
Oh.
Way back in 95. So
where was that business?
It was on 8505 Broadway. I still remember the address.
Oh, wow.
It turned into, another multi-venue place. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now.
Well, going into that, so then you've always been just in the industry. When was it that the light bulb clicked and you said, I want to do this myself?
This is going to sound funny and crazy, but this pandemic actually did it.
Wow.
I was the general manager of a place called Wild West on Stone Oak for about 4 years, and I worked for that actual business for about 20 years, same people. And we came to a conclusion that we just couldn't sustain it at Wild West. And so me and my business partner said, you know what, why don't we go ahead and move on something on the south side? I had been scouting out properties here on the south side for about 2 years. So it's not like something just like popped up. I had been scouting out these buildings for years. And when the opportunity presented itself, I just jumped on it and said, you know what, if I don't do it now, I'll probably never do it. I knew it was going to be risky. It's becoming more and more risky every day as the governor doesn't give us any kind of insight on at least what he's thinking. You know, at least tell us what you're thinking to give us some type of hope for the future. So it's a little scary, but it's exciting at the same time. And I'm staying completely positive because I know once we get opening, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so tell me, you said that you were scouting buildings on the south side. So you knew it was coming to this area of town. What made you excited to bring it to this part of town?
I believe the south side is actually an underrated, underserved community. I think there's a whole bunch of potential here that people just overlook for whatever reason. I think a lot of people get caught up with the household medium and they see that people really don't earn that much money. So they're like, they're a little hesitant to spend money on this side of town. But the truth is, there's a lot of money here on the south side. There's plenty of opportunity, as I don't have to tell you guys. And for small businesses, you can tell how the south side will actually support small businesses.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wanted to give back to my community. I am not doing this business venture to earn any kind of money or anything. I'm not in it for the money at all.
I do hope you earn some.
Yeah.
Well, I got to eat first before I feed others, right?
Right.
So, but at the same time, I want to be able to definitely give back to my community. You know, if I'm not doing that, I'm, just come please punch me in the face.
Well, to that spirit though, starting a business in your kind of perspective of in your own backyard, Brooster's backyard.
Yeah.
That is giving back in a lot of ways. Yes, hopefully, you can feed yourself, but you're also hiring other folks. Yeah. You're also employing other folks, and all things considered, giving us a venue that otherwise we don't have. I told you my house is right there on South Cross. That's super close by. I'm excited about it. Yeah. Where did Brooster's come from?
Oh, wow. Okay, so for the longest time, it was just Backyard Icehouse. Okay. We were just going to call it Backyard Icehouse, and we'd ran that with that for months. But everyone I ran into, I would tell them the name, and they were like, Norm, it needs something. Joe's Backyard Icehouse, Ryan's, Norm, whatever, something Backyard Icehouse.
Norm.
Right. Yeah. Well, the older I get, the less that's relevant, that joke. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, the day before we went in for the artwork, I got with my wife. And I said, babe, we need a name. Just give me something. And she went online and she gave me like 5 names. And I go, Brewsters, because we had already had the logo. We knew that we wanted the logo to be a rooster. So when I saw Brewsters and it was spelled like rooster with the B at the beginning, I was like, ooh, I like that. And then everybody I showed it to liked it. So I was like, okay, let's just go with Brewster's Backyard Icehouse.
So when we were chatting before we got started, you said that, even though you guys are just up and running, you said people are excited. Everyone you talk to and you mentioned people love supporting small business here on the South Side. Yeah. What has that turnout been? I mean, you guys don't even have the doors open yet, but you said people are just jumping at the opportunity to help you guys out. Tell me how the community's come out for you.
I think that's the advantage of being from this side of town is that I have already a lot of strong connections from people that I went to high school with. For example, the owners of Aqueduct are dear friends of mine.
That's a great spot. That's a great new spot, too.
Yep.
Well, it's been a little while, right? About a year or two?
They've been open just over a year now. Yeah. Manuel and Jesse own the place. And so it's been interesting because you'd like to think that you are connected with the community and everybody knows you and stuff like that, but to actually see it happen, to have people reaching out to you, showing love, how proud they are of you, to offer their services, it's just overwhelming, to be honest. And now I feel like this pressure, like I have to deliver a great product.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it because I have 20 years experience. So
well, I mean, maybe, and I'm hearing it already in a lot of your answers, is your collaborative spirit. What is it? You're in business, you started your business, and you right away reached out to us as a chamber. What was it about you in that mindset thinking, I need to touch base with these guys?
I think every small business should do that, actually. I think every small business should join the Southside Chamber of Commerce because we can help each other. We're better together, right? And I found just by joining the Southside Chamber of Commerce, it's providing huge network opportunity. Now, we're in a weird time right now because we can't physically network, but there's a lot of different people that I've gotten hold of through you. April with Live from the Southside, Roy with Carpenter's Apprentice. That was kind of channeled through you when I started following you. So I encourage everybody to join the Southside Chamber of Commerce because the wealth of information that they give you is very helpful. The networking is very helpful. Just exposure like I'm doing here, right here and now is just amazing. So the Southside Chamber of Commerce may not be as big as the other ones, but I think that's even better because that gives me personal attention. You know, it's like being in a classroom with, 20 students and one teacher. I'd rather be in that classroom when you're only the 5th student in there with that one teacher. So I saw an opportunity and I want to actually help the Southside Chamber of Commerce grow as much as I can.
Well, that's great. That's really great. I mean, obviously small businesses are the lifeblood of what we do. And that's what we do every day is to be here and serve. I know when I started my business, I didn't always know all that. So good for you for already knowing.
What was your business? I'm just curious.
So yeah, I run an engineering firm that I started here, in 2009. But kudos to you for already knowing that there's a place and a connection for all of that. It took me a little bit of time to realize I needed to reach out and join a business community like that.
Well, what I'm also doing, you guys may or may not notice, I do a lot of Facebook Live, and I just show up at people's businesses, coffees.
I've been noticing you supporting other businesses. I think that's big, man. That is the nature of what we do. So yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's just a way to just give back. I mean, especially now.
And when you said it best is we're physically distant, but that doesn't mean we can't stay socially connected. And yeah, these platforms are what we got right now, and so let's run with them, right?
Well, and this is the time we should be doing it. I mean, what else are you doing at home right now? Seriously, if you're not building up your social media platform, if you're not doing some kind of a side hustle, if you're not doing something with this time, spending time with the family, which is I'm doing, I'm a family man. What are you doing? Like, come on, guys. So
yeah, I told everyone I was going to make sure to spend time with my family through this, and I ended up having a new baby. So
congratulations!
Yeah, well, a little bit close with the family, to have a new baby and COVID. So, but it's good.
That is awesome. And so that brings me to my point about Brooster's Backyard Icehouse. We are kid friendly. We are pet friendly. So we're a lot different from most bars. I think the Aqueduct is probably the only one that's both kid-friendly, pet-friendly.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to be open 7 days a week. We're going to have all types of fun games.
Well, I saw your patio huge, man. And you got a awning going on, too, some shade going on. So if I'm looking at the layout properly, you're going to fit more people outside, huh?
That's correct. And that's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. With today's day and age,
right now,
outdoors is kind of our lifeline.
Right.
And we're 4,000 square feet inside, but we're 6,000 square feet outside.
Nice.
And we have all types of opportunities. So our selling point right now is our backyard. And it's going to be amazing once we're done. We're going to have all the games out there. We're going to have food. We're going to have a stage. I'm going to be doing games with the kids and stuff like that. We'll have things that are, unique to the Southside. I want to do like a chancla throwing contest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to incorporate the Southside. My grandma
might win that
one. All the abuelitas are going to win that one. But yeah, it's definitely kid friendly and it'll be pet friendly.
When are we looking at the ribbon? I know we were already kind of talking about it, but obviously COVID age, that some timelines might be pushed. What were you thinking now?
Well, I definitely want to. This is the thing. We want to be able to have a grand opening.
Right.
So I don't even know if we want to open when it's at 25%, which is I think they're going to do first. We may actually wait to them to get to 50%.
Fair enough.
But at this point, we're completely in the dark.
Right.
The bar and nightclub business is being absolutely ravaged right now. And they have no direction because they're not hearing anything from our leaders.
Right.
I understand from the leadership's point of view, they can't really say anything that's going to make them put them on the spot, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta say something.
I guess that's what we're dealing with is that the decision-making levels got segmented in a way that right now, even if we tried to lobby locally for you, that we still got to maybe go. That we actually have to go to the state level, and But yeah, I feel bad for the bar industry right now. You guys, I think, are one of the biggest hit here in San Antonio. Obviously, tourism right now it's been pretty hard.
Yeah, that's bad.
But I guess you're still sorting out. I know you're still finishing the touches at the bar, still getting some things finalized. But yeah, I'm excited. We can't wait to get you going and can't wait to get you continuously involved in our organization. Because to your point, you guys are at the Chamber of Commerce. I have the pleasure of working for the Chamber for you guys. And so Russell and the board and new members like you are really leading the way for this organization.
I appreciate that, Al, but I think it's a two-way street, and I don't think this makes sense unless we're both benefiting in some way.
Sure.
Right.
I think if I can help in any ways, I hope that you guys feel comfortable reaching out to me, whatever I could do. I mean, every bar and nightclub owner I talk to, like, have you joined the Southside Chamber of Commerce? No? Well, why not? Like, come on, let's go. Let's get this rolling.
100%.
Well, one of the things you mentioned when we were chatting before we got started was that, and you mentioned it when we kind of kicked off, was that you're bringing something to your own community. Whenever you start a business, a lot of times you think, maybe for the first time in your life, or maybe better than once you're in the operations, you're in the nitty gritty of the day to day. What's the legacy of Brooster's Backyard to you? One day, 10 years, 15, 20 years out, like, what do you want people to think about Brooster's?
Family, community. I want memories, fun. I'm just kind of using these one words just to kind of what I would want them to remember about it. It's tough because you have an idea of how you want it to play out. But the truth is, and we all know this, it rarely works out like that.
As planned, right?
Yeah, it does. So what I would love to have be remembered as in 10, 15 years is the first one. Because let's say in about 5 years, I hope to have at least one more.
Okay.
So I would like to say the south side of San Antonio is where Brooster's Backyard Icehouse first started. And now they're everywhere.
The birthplace.
Of
Could
Brooster's you imagine Backyard Icehouse. And having the south side as that kind of capital of Brooster's?
And you're speaking to the spirit of our organization too, is I think some folks get caught up or they forget about when this idea of economic development and recruiting new big businesses or businesses themselves. You can water your own backyard and some trees will grow. That is economic development.
Absolutely.
Another franchise, another spot, another location, more jobs. That is exactly the backbone of our economy.
It's you got to put into work, right?
You got to put in the work.
And so my advice to anybody, I don't got to tell you because you guys have started up small businesses, is like, just be ready to do everything.
So what surprised you? What has surprised you? Well, no, without a doubt. But what has surprised you the most, I guess? What's been the biggest eye-opener so far?
Well, I've been in this business for 20 plus years, so nothing really surprises me.
On the ownership side.
Okay, on the ownership side, just money. Everything costs money.
Everything.
Yeah. It's definitely the money. It's easy as a general manager, as a operational manager, as an employee to say, hey, boss, I need this, I need that, and they just write a check. But when that's coming out of your account and it's hitting your pocketbook, you start looking at things a lot differently. Yeah. And so I guess the finances,
different level of responsibility,
and I guess the being responsible for their health also and their well-being, especially in today's day and age. Now I feel responsible that if I'm going to bring people into my building and they're going to work for me, that I want to be able to provide a safe, comfortable, fun environment.
Right.
And it's increasingly becoming more and more difficult in today's day and age because people don't necessarily feel safe.
No, and
Right.
and a big kudo to the private sector and business owners. I think that there was always this amplified sense of responsibility, not only for consumers but for their employees as well. That I think business owners took this pandemic very seriously. I think, if anything, kind of set the model for a lot of what government started to say. Hey, maybe we should be doing this too. So hopefully we can stay open. Hopefully you can get open sooner than later. Is there any parting words that you have? Maybe a shout out you want to give?
Oh, wow. Shout out. I wasn't prepared for the shout out part of it. Just everybody on the South Side that contributes to the South Side. April May with Live from the South Side. Roy Aguillon with Carpenter's Apprentice. Those guys have been doing this for a long time. Yeah. So I'm just simply following their footsteps. Shout out, Aqueduct. Those guys are really good friends of mine. And I want to show love to all the bars and nightclubs. I don't think we're rivals. I think we are family. And I think we can help each other. So a big shout out to everybody in the bar and nightclub scene. Bam. How about that?
And there you go. We got to get more of a member so that we can promote a bar hop night or especially once this pandemic.
I'm already on that.
I already know our members want to get out. I know we want to get out already.
Yes.
Well, Norm, I want to thank you for being our first guest. Wow. I also want to congratulate you and thank you for starting a business on the South Side.
Thank you.
Russ, you have anything that you want to echo?
No, just thank you for being a member of our organization and supporting what we do. We look forward to being able to turn around and support you back. And that's what this is all about, is building up small businesses into a force for advocacy for this area of town. So we believe in that, and we're glad that you're a part of it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I look forward to all of us growing together. How about that?
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.